Hey y'all, okay, so I'm getting real results here. Working out with LASHAE Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and taking my ISOT, y'all. I am really getting it in. Y'all can get these booty bands, y'all can get cute little workout outfits and everything from teamlashae.com. The link is down below in the description box. Okay, check out these results right here. Get into it. Y'all should also check out Waist Knot Beads. She sent me these and I really love them. But yes, y'all, get onto this ISOT. I know they tell y'all it's a scam, but it's not. Like, look at me. And let's not forget about Omiage. Get you some. Come on now. Get all moisturized and such. Let your natural hair live.
Hey everybody, what's up? So, this is for Housewives of Potomac. I'm not in the studio. I have a lot of videos to get done and kind of not really feeling so energized. So in order to help me get through the video as energetically as possible for me in this moment, I'm going to do this from my sofa right after watching Real Housewives of Potomac and feeling excited about what has just taken place. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So this week we got the different sayings, okay, their intros. So let's go ahead and go through them and see how we feel about them, shall we? Okay, Gizelle. I'm still the baddest thing walking and the most anointed one talking. So you getting on Jamal Short and Strange is, I guess, now made you anointed? Or was that going on, you know, when you were by yourself? What's that about? Never mind. Just because I feel like, you know, give me a break. Like, give me a break with this. He's anointed. Therefore, me being with him, I'm now anointed. Like, give me a break. Damn, I wish I had some kombucha. Moving along. Honey, the grande dame doesn't repeat history. She makes it. I said, okay, Karen. All right, girl, you better make history. Well, y'all know Rihanna was all in Karen's live talking about how much she loved Karen and how proud she is of Karen for coming out with a dime and everything. And I was like, yes, I appreciate that. Girl, Rihanna needs to just be my friend. I think I'm going to put that out there in the atmosphere for us to eventually be friends. Because I feel like we would have a good time together. We're the same age. You know, she's a Pisces. My dad was a Pisces. In general, I connect, you know what I'm saying, with the water signs. But that's the story for another time. Monique says, maybe if you tried a little harder, you wouldn't have to try me. I was like, okay, that's cute. I like that one. Lyric like that one. And then Robin said, And then Robin says, I have a house full of ballers, but I never get played. And I'm like, you've been getting played the entire time you've been on the show. What are you talking about? Like, girl, I'm sorry, y'all, but it was just like, I can't contain the, like, you know, of it all. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, you guys, but you know, good for Robin. She's getting everything she's wanted out of life, which is wine in his beard. So good for her. Good for her. So y'all, Ashley, now that I got my baby, that's the only crap I take. Is it though? Is it though? Because it don't feel that way, but you know, let you tell it. And then Candice. Candice has the best saying out of all the sayings to me. Okay? Reading is fundamental. And honey, I own the whole library. I said, yes. I loved it. I thought it was really good. I was like, yes, that's a good one. And then Wendy, the new girl, says, the professor has arrived and class is in session. I said yes, because she's a PhD. So we appreciate, you know, the smart, funny, and black girls. Okay, we appreciate y'all. Shout out to Amanda Sills. So Karen is working out with her trainer. I don't know why that instantly made me want to go into the Megan Thee Stallion. You know, anyway, so Ray comes downstairs and he's like, I hear some heavy breathing. Oh, that's not that rigorous. I was like, why you come downstairs trying to play Karen already, okay? Then her trainer leaves. Karen says that the trainer has helped her keep this together for you, since you won't say the 3 words, okay? And she's talking about I love you. And he says, okay, that's 3 words. I said, so you mean to tell me you can't tell your wife you love her? Like, what is happening here? Like, this just seemed like some foolishness to me. You know, some stuff that they just make up because they on the show and they ain't really got nothing else going on, but they're good characters for the show. So it's like, let's make this lively. Why don't we, people? You know, it's that type of thing. But I don't necessarily think that, you know, Ray is seriously not telling Karen he loves her. Like, that just seems stupid to me. Like, nigga, do you want a divorce? Make it make sense. But he doesn't seem to want to be bothered with her. She's like, you want some coffee? He's like, no. She's like, you want me to wipe the glasses off for you? He says, no, I don't. Like, leave me alone. I want you to leave him alone, Karen. Leave the man alone, okay? And y'all, then we got Monique and Gizelle. Monique and Gizelle meet up for lunch because they feel like it's finally time for them to put their foolishness aside. I said, oh, word. Because I feel like people keep trying over and over again. And Gizelle is just not one of those people that you're going to be able to get into a good place with if you're not going to bend to her will. She needs to be the leader of the pack. And if you intimidate her or make her feel some type of way about her own shit, you know, and lack thereof, whatever, then she's not going to be a real friend to you. It's just, it's not the way it's going to happen. Y'all see how she treat Lil Robin with all of this and everything. So they say they want to move on. And now, you know, that Gizelle is getting some DICK, they're in a better place. Then they talk about how much they love Ashley and how Ashley needs to get out of the house. So they want to plan like a little dinner party for her because, yeah, they kind of didn't make her life easy last season, you know, and Michael wanting to suck DICK and all of that type of stuff. Y'all remember that? He said that out loud at a party. And for the whole damn season, we, you know, had to wait on the audio of Michael saying that he wanted to, you know, suck Juan's DICK. Okay? Gizelle says that she needs to talk to Candice because Candice doesn't own anything that she's done. And Monique feels some type of way about the way Candice invited Charisse to her party. Like, you don't even know Charisse, okay? Why is Charisse at your party? Make that make sense for me. And it does just kind of seem like you befriended her to piss Monique off. And Charisse has been spreading rumors that Monique was having an affair with her trainer. And Monique doesn't want to actually give life to that rumor. So that's why she's not saying anything. But Gizelle says it on camera that that's what the tea is. You know, that she was going around town with the man. And Big Boy found out, because that's what she called Chris. Big Boy found out. And he was not happy about it. And Charisse was telling people. So to me, whether it's true or not, which I don't think it is, okay, because I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like Monique would not be going around town in such a way with a man that she was actually cheating with. Like, why would you ever let anybody have room to say some shit like that? Okay, if you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you on TV, you know, you can't just be out and about in these streets creeping with a dude. Like, a million people don't watch your show on Bravo on Sunday nights. Like, that's just stupid to me. So that's why I don't necessarily think it's true. However, that does not make it any less bothersome to her husband, who feels like that's not a good look for him, for anybody to think that he would allow for his wife to be going around town cheating on him. That is not a good look. That shit is embarrassing. And I have a good mind to think he is very pissed off about it and does not want it brought up publicly from Monique as to not give it life. And that's why I think they're handling it the way they're handling it. And that makes sense to me. Okay, like, what the fuck I'm about to get up here and give life to that for if it's putting issue in my marriage, the place that matters? Like, my husband says, don't talk about that shit on camera, then don't talk about that shit on camera, period. Like, that's just what it is. Okay, so yeah, Monique feels like she needs to talk to Candice so that she can have understanding about what exactly is going on. Okay, like, are you befriending Charisse, who is dogging me in these streets in order to piss me off? What's happening? Let's talk. So they need to do that. Ashley had an infection in her milk duct in her boob. Okay, so she has her lactation consultant coming over to help her. And the baby latched really well. It was a really good latch. Okay, got on the whole areola like you're supposed to. And then her mom comes over and they talk about Ashley getting back to her life because Ashley is afraid to leave the house. Ashley, and her sensitivity to nature and all of that in her meditation, is tapping into what is to come. And I believe that. Okay, as much as I don't, necessarily like Ashley, Ashley is still someone who meditates, someone who is into, a holistic lifestyle. And I feel like when people are like that, they have more of a connection to following their gut and to listening to their intuition when their intuition is strong. Whether that might be irrational or not, whether it's a first mother thing or not, I still feel like sister's tapping into whatever the hell is going out in the world right now. Like, because she really don't want to leave the house with her baby, and I don't blame her, okay? But for the show and for the sake of it being, 2019, we need to go ahead and get the ball rolling with Ashley being a part of the scenes, okay? Let's do this. Ashley's lactation specialist says that she needs to, be around people who love and support her. And I feel like, is that supposed to be any of the people that are on this show? Okay. So you guys, Candice meets with Wendy, and that's when we get our introduction to Wendy. She's a PhD. She's a professor. She's a PhD, and she's a professor at Johns Hopkins, which I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. Like, that's a really great school. It's a teaching hospital. Wendy also has a 2-month-old baby, and she and Candice talk about her birth story and how, 4 pushes and that girl was out, and she was walking out of the hospital flipping her hair, okay, doing it down. I was like, yes, okay, you better make this look effortless. Okay, look, we appreciate it. So Candice talks about how she isn't sure if she wants to have a baby because she's scared that she is going to, be as trash as her mom is. And, not to say that her mom is some terrible mom, but, she's trash, she makes her daughter feel like shit about herself. Like, you fucked up, in general, if that's what, you've done, is made your child feel like shit about themselves. Like, my father was like unbearable sometimes, and still I don't feel like shit about myself. You know what I'm saying? I might have anger issues, but I don't feel like shit about myself. Like, for her to say that, I feel like I would be an excellent parent because of my parents. She feels like she may not be a good parent to her child because of how her mother parented her. That's an observation that's not only hard to be honest about and say, but also the fact that you even feel that strongly about it should let you know that there's a real fucking issue that we just really are not that privy to. I feel like we've seen Dorothy, but I feel like that's a whole nother thing when there are no cameras around and it's just her and Candice in the house with all the bitterness, okay? And that's just, based off of what she's saying in this moment, it just seems kind of, fucked up, just saying. So then they talk about Karen and how the grande dame, greets Wendy as if she's never met her before. Hello, with an accent. Hello, it's nice to meet you. It's like we've met, several times. Why are you acting like you're from Great Britain? What's happening? Not England, Great Britain, That's the vibe that she gives, Y'all know. I don't know what Karen's deal is with Wendy, but I'm sure we'll find out. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it. I also feel like she probably is weary of new people coming onto the show and wondering what their motives are. When people come onto a show in its 5th season, you feel like, oh, you're a fan. You know what I'm saying? So you might start shit unnecessarily because you're a fan. But at the end of the day, she has got a glass of champagne. So you might as well open the girl with open arms, Karen. Like, this is usually not your, not a cold shoulder tea. Why is there cold shoulder tea? You know what I'm saying? Like, you get along with Candice. Make it make sense. Candice meets with Karen. And that's when she gets the invitation to Ashley's little dinner. Okay, Karen is delighted at the mess. Okay, and Candice is open to whatever this may bring for she and Ashley. Okay, maybe it is time to get past it all. Then we see Monique calling Ashley while she's dealing with her little bobblehead baby. Okay, little precious thing with a little big head just wobbling around. Okay, wobbling, and then he threw up on her. Okay, I thought it was hilarious. Like, use 2 hands with this damn baby. Put Monique. Isn't Monique on speakerphone? Why are you holding the phone? Put the phone down. You know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't make no damn sense to me. Monique calls her to tell her that she and Gizelle have joined forces to be messy for the show and get her and Candice in the same room, whether they want to be or not. Ashley just feels like Candice better not come at her because she will handle her. And I'm just like, sure you will. I don't know why everybody is trying to force this apology from Candice. I feel like I've said it, Roxanne has said it, many people in my live on Instagram have said it. If you have to force an apology from someone, it's not genuine and you shouldn't want it, okay? And also, Ashley said a lot of bad things and did a lot of bad things to Candice, okay? That butter knife situation, we all felt like Candice was in her right with the way she felt about it. I have told you to leave my house a bunch of times and you still standing in my face talking shit, like pushing me to the limit of having to get physical with you. Because when I am in my home, in my space, and I ask you to leave and you don't, that tells me you want me to force you out of my space. That's what that tells me. So I just feel like everybody needs to just let bye bitches be bye bitches and let it go. And stop acting as if you're a victim. You're not a victim. Everybody has said messy shit to one another, said messy shit about one another. Everybody has hit below the belt. And we need to just let it go and move on if that's what we're going to do. But all of this trying to get apologies from people when really it's all been retaliatory, you know, shit in the first place. It's just kind of exhausting and immature. Okay? Like that, like that, like that. So Gizelle meets with Juan, you guys. Juan and his beard feel like Robin has suffered enough and now he can propose to her. I'm sorry, y'all. That's funny to me. Not really, but you know, the way I said it. Anyway, that's just how it feels though. It feels like he finally feels like she suffered enough and now he can propose to her. And of course he enlists Gizelle to help him find an adequate ring. And she's so excited for her friend. And, you know, he has a diamond in Robin, you know, and that's great. That's fantastic. And I'm glad that that's finally happening for Robin. I just hope that they are both seriously and genuinely in the same place at this time. Okay? And now I'm going to lower this tripod. All right. It's aggravating me. Is it this one? Oh, it's this one. There we go. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's better. That was bothering me. Okay. Child stickler for the framing of the video. So, y'all, Candice took a pregnancy test. And even though Candice doesn't know whether she wants to be a parent or not, it was very disappointing that it was negative. And she comes out and she talks to Chris. And she asked him if he is okay with them, I guess, going through with starting the process, maybe, you know, stopping the usage of condoms in their marriage, for God's sakes. Not that I'm upset about that, because I feel like women shouldn't get on birth control pills anymore. Like the more I've learned about it, the more I feel like just use condoms. Like, just use condoms. Keep condoms on deck. Just use condoms. Like, that's all you really need to do. You don't need to change your body chemistry to not get pregnant. Okay? Like, I wish someone would have told me that years ago. You know, do what you will, but I'm just saying, like, at least condoms protect you from everything, okay, and not just pregnancy. But either way, he feels like he's been waiting for her. He's ready to be a parent. But the conversation shifts to how they're not having a lot of sex. He wants to have sex in the morning. She wants to have sex after everybody is tired and, you know, has done everything all day. And I understand that. And I feel like at the end of the day, y'all need to be flexible and figure it the fuck out. Okay? That's just how it needs to work. Because if you aren't physically connecting, you're putting a strain on your relationship, especially this early on. I don't care what anybody says. Like, if y'all, you know, not fucking at all, that's an issue. Y'all should work on that. Okay? Like, you can't tell me you connecting if y'all ain't smashed in, you know, buku long or something. So Monique and Gizelle get to the restaurant first so that they can set things up, like the placement and putting away the butter knives, as if Candice can't control herself in a public place. Like, come on, y'all. Like, I mean, I just don't feel like she gonna pick up a butter knife and throw it at somebody in a restaurant. That was her home she was asking Ashley to get the hell up out of, okay? Different scenario. However, Gizelle says, no, Monique, put the butter knives back. We need some butter bread. And she was like, good point. So, you know, the first, you know, batch of ladies come in, you batches. And it's everyone but Candice and Wendy who come in later. And I feel like as they were coming in, Ashley was talking about how immature and childish Candice was. I could be wrong, But I felt like that's what she was saying as Candice and Wendy were coming into the room. So I feel like you're already on some negative energy type shit. And at the end of the day, it's not like she did something to you and you didn't do anything to her. You know what I mean? Like, you were definitely a part of y'all's issue. I feel like you always had a little bit of a jealousy issue with Candice because Candice came from a wealthy family versus you having to struggle and scratch and survive good times with your mom who's okay with being homeless. So, you know, we get it. But the real tea of the matter is that you've been jealous this entire time of Candice. Y'all have a lot of common. Y'all have been in each other's circle. And when she came on the show, it was presented as if she was your friend, but you always had somewhat of a dismissive attitude towards Candice, which made me know that you disliked her because of her upbringing, because it's what you didn't have. And you're that type of person, you know, to really dislike somebody because of some shit like that. You know, I'm sorry, Ashley, but it's what we've learned about you, okay? You're judgy. And it's hilarious that you're so judgy. It's hilarious, okay? But either way, I feel like everybody just needs to let this go. Like, just let it go. I don't understand why we have to make, you know, Candice apologize. Like, it's just annoying. But either way, we have put everyone in their seats according to alliances. And Gizelle tells her that Candice seeking out Charisse in order to get back at her was some messy shit. Okay, apparently Ashley, I don't know how Ashley found out about this, but Ashley told Gizelle that Candice sought out Charisse to get back at Monique for their beef, even though they made up. Okay, now I don't know whether she started hanging with Charisse before, excuse me, before they made up. Probably so. But either way, I just kind of feel like, how the fuck would Ashley know that? Somebody tell me. Ashley's not friends with Charisse, is she? Ashley's not friends with Candice, definitely. So it's like, how do you even know that? Like, that's some producer tea to me. And it just seems messy, like y'all all want everybody to gang up on Candice. And I'm not a fan. Okay, I'm not a fan of going around trying to convince other people or trying to spray tea in order to create dissension even more so, Gizelle. That shit is messy as fuck. And you feel like just because you present it to everybody and make it seem as if, oh, let's just talk about it and get past it. But no, really, you messy and you a bone carrying ass bitch. Okay, and that's just what it is. Now, I respect that because that's the position you play on the show. I respect that. But your attitude is just real trash to me. And that's just what it is. Because you know, play a part in this drama, and then you turn around and act like everybody else is just taking it too far, and oh my God, I'm clutching my pearls. And I'm just over that attitude when you jump in the shit and, you know, just swim around in it and fling it around on other people and then act like, oh my God, is this shit? Get it off me. Like, stop it. So when Candice and Wendy get there, they start talking about how Ashley and Wendy have in common that they both just had a child. Ashley's first child means that she never wants to leave the baby. Wendy's third child means that she's dropping the baby off at the curb to get out the damn house, okay? But they tell Ashley to enjoy this time, you know, that she has with the baby because it goes by so fast, okay? Ashley tells them that she's having a sip-and-see and that she got Botox in her booty hole because it tore during labor. As if we needed to know that. Then they toast to her being a new mother and it's all nice and good. And then Ashley asks about Candice's party and Monique says that, you know, she was dodging a walrus at the party. I was like, damn, Charisse does look like a walrus. You know what I'm saying? That's fucked up, Monique. Why you call that lady a walrus, okay? At least she ain't got the whiskers. Candice says that she didn't know that Monique and Charisse had beef to the extent that they had said beefage. And Monique feels like that's bullshit. Everybody knew we had beef. You know we had beef. Don't act like you didn't know we had beef. Okay, that's how she feels. And Monique says that they can actually talk about it at another time. And then she shades her by saying, you know, you haven't gone on your honeymoon yet. You should have spent that money on the party for a honeymoon and went on a honeymoon and had sex with your man. That's what you should have been doing, okay? But the fact that you all about pretenses, the fact that you're all about putting on a show for people, like, I think that says a lot about what this marriage, you know, may really be for you. And more so about the look than about the feel. And that's unfortunate because, you know, that's going to end in divorce eventually. Then they start talking about how Candice wear condoms. And, you know, Wendy is like, girl, you have got to consummate that thing. Okay. I'm like, I know that's right. And then Candice is like, I mean, y'all use the pull-out method, right? And she was like, you use the pull-out method, right? And Wendy was like, Karen, you still having sex? And I was like, Then Monique says that Gizelle is fornicating with the pastor. Okay, so she has the anointed cooch. And Gizelle puts it out there on the table that Candice and Ashley should talk in order to get the, you know, subject off of Jamal, I'm sure. And Ashley says that they can, you know, have a conversation, but it needs to start with an apology from Candice, okay? And that Candice needs to align her, you know, words with her actions. If you're, you know, going to try to get past things when we stop talking shit about me, which I understand if Ashley weren't also talking shit about Candice. Like, you think you telling Gizelle about, you know, Candice situation with Sharice and how that's getting back at Monique, you don't think that's some messy shit? Like, I'm gonna need for you to cut it out, okay? I'm really gonna need for you to cut it out with the pretending to be a victim, okay? And Karen says that, you know, it's really pathetic that they have to gang up on Candice like this. I mean, if you have to gang up on someone for an apology, I don't know why you want it. It's really pathetic, you know? And I was like, it is pathetic, Karen. It is, okay? And then Robin says that, you know, if you really want to make it work out, why don't you just say, I apologize for everything I said to you? And I was like, shut the fuck up, Robin, okay? Shut up. Like, oh my God. Like, she works on my nerves. And then Gizelle is like, did you even congratulate her on her baby? And Ashley was like, I don't want her to say anything about my baby. And Candice is like, is this a party for Ashley? And Candice says, is this a party for Ashley or is this a shit on Candice party? And they're like, it's a party for Ashley. She's like, well, let's focus on Ashley and talk about what Ashley has going on and where Ashley is in her life instead of focusing on me. Okay? And Ashley says, well, you're the one that keeps talking about it. And it's like, no, Gizelle. Gizelle brought it up. Okay? And everybody at the table is kind of ganging up on her, saying that, you know, she needs to apologize and they need to address it. And I was like, no, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't. I know that this is what they do on the show, but they can just let it go. And I appreciate when Candice turned to Gizelle after Gizelle said some apologies need to be made. You know, no, we're not going to let it go. You need to apologize. So then Candice says, shut the fuck up, Gizelle. Fuck all of y'all. And I felt exuberated. And I was just like, yes, I love your response. I appreciated it. I mean, because they worked on my damn nerves, okay? Anyway, y'all, this was Real Housewives of Potomac, episode 2. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was good, okay? I hope y'all enjoyed this review. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share me, y'all. And if y'all are following me on Instagram, share me with y'all people. I'm trying to get my numbers up on Instagram because I'm always on there. And, you know, I want to kind of break this 20,000 roof on there. Okay, like I'm trying to break the 100 over here. I'm almost to 79. I think I'm like, you know, a few away from 79,000. So, you know, 80 is almost 100, y'all. So, you know, keep showing your girl love and sharing me with your people. And I appreciate y'all, and I hope y'all are having a good weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next one, okay?